Alright, this is kind of a part 2, I guess. I have the barb installed. Again, that's a 3/4 inch thread, MIP, 3/4 MIP that I stuck in there. Screwed in, a little tight. I put some sealant on there, some of the Teflon tape stuff. Looks like it's working, so. Next task, let's get that pump hooked up. I need to figure out where I'm going to mount it. And I'll show you what I'm thinking here. Crawl in here. My dog decided that she wasn't going to help me now. She is down in the basement taking a nap. So, it's just me out here now. This stuff out of the way. Alright, so hopefully this light is long enough. So I'm thinking of mounting the pump probably on this side of the wall or something. And then the tank will fit right underneath. It'll go back further. I just kind of stuck it in there for now. So that is good. Hang this light up. There we go. So next step, I'm going to see what I have in my hardware drawer and try to get this pump mounted up. And you can see it's got these kind of isolated feet here. They're kind of rubbery, plasticky. So that's my next task. Alright, the pump is mounted. Works pretty well there. You can see it kind of has the vibration absorber on it. It has that rubber mount, which is actually really nice. So we'll see how that thing works. I'm going to run the plumbing now, so I have my hose stretched out a bit here. I have the pump set up so that the port that is facing the camera right now, that's the suction side, so that's the end that will go into the tank. And then the pressure side, which is the port, you can't really see it, but, well, you can see a little bit of the blue cover on the other side. That's the pressure side, so that is heading out towards the faucet and any other appliances. In this case, in the Suburban here, just the faucet. So, it's mounted. Time to run the pipes. I have my hose clamps and barb fittings and all that crap out here, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, the plumbing is done. That hose in back goes off to the faucet, and this one in front goes to my tank. So now, well, and also when the tank is empty, everything's easy enough to move around that I can do this even with the hose on. It's kind of hard to do one-handed though. There we go. It's empty. So now, that's unscrewed, waiting to be connected back up, and I can fill this guy with water and start checking for leaks. I'm also probably just going to, I'm just going to grab a 12-volt battery just so I can test this. I don't really want to wire it up right now because I don't have terminals for it. So, I will do that next. I've got some water in here. I don't know, there, you can see the level in there. I didn't know if you'd be able to. It actually is showing up better on the camera. So you can kind of see the level there. So there is water in there. Before I actually power up the pump, I'm just kind of doing a hand check to make sure that there isn't any water leaking yet. Because I figure if it's leaking before I even turn on the pump, it's really going to leak when that pump is on. So I haven't noticed anything dripping yet. So that's good. So I'm going to go get my battery and see what happens. Alright, here's my test setup. You can see I have my jump pack just clamped onto the water pump. Like I said, there is water in there. I haven't noticed a leak yet. Let me, hang on a second. I'm also not going to use our actual sink yet because that drain isn't plumbed. So I am just, there we go, going to use a bucket. for now. The nice thing about this jump pack is it has that switch right on there. Very easy to turn on and off. So here we go. Okay, there is a small leak there. So that's what I'm looking for. Yep, you can see that's leaking. Let's see what happens here. Faucet works. Come on. All right. So, partial success. The system works, but as you can see, that side is leaking. Otherwise, it's working fairly well. So I need to figure out whether that's my crimp over there or what. Or if I need a different kind of fitting for that, I'm not sure. But the pump works, and the faucet works. So I'm pretty happy right now. Let's get this bucket out of the way. It pumps pretty fast too. Okay, you can see this guy's leaking just a bit too. So this is the kind of thing I want to check out. This is why you always test before relying on something. You can see it's leaking just a little bit out the top there. You can kind of see that. It's not focusing very well. That is probably because my guess is I did a very poor job with Teflon tape there. That's my guess. Yeah, you can see it spurted out a little bit. So I'll need to take that fitting off and see what's going on. Yeah. Leaking out the top there. So that's the next thing to check. This is all part of the process. So I'm going to start checking on these leaks, and we'll see what happens.